Hello everyone, so I'm a couple days late, but OWI just released their November update for Squad, and their kind of monthly recap, so we're going to go straight into it. I'll give you my impressions, what I think, and we'll look at what they're working on. So first thing they mentioned is the Veterans Day event, and that was an awesome event where they raised about $20,000 for Stack Up charity, which was the charity for veterans. I had the I had the opportunity to participate for the event, and yeah, you can see some of my videos from that day. It was definitely a lot of fun, and it was cool meeting other streamers and playing with the devs and stuff like that. They talk about how they had those two kind of sales, the one for the Veterans Day free weekend, and then the one for Cyber Monday. And then they jump straight into the new animation system, which is amazing. So we've been waiting for this for a while, the animation updates. As you can see, there's a lot more movement now with the weapon. It just feels like it feels a lot more realistic in the sense that there's a lot more stuff going on. It's not so static. You got a lot of movement on the screen now with what your hands are doing and what the weapon is doing. So I really like this new system. And then a really cool thing that they're adding, or that they're working on, is vaulting. I've been waiting on vaulting for a while, simply because the jump crouch over things, and you get stuck sometimes, and it's just annoying. I can't wait for vaulting. Vaulting's gonna make the game feel so much smoother, simply because you won't have to like jump, crouch, wiggle to get over things. You just vault over them now. So yeah. Especially on Korra, because of all those walls. Like, I can't wait to see vaulting in game. Like, this is actually a really big deal for me. What else are they showcasing? The new sighting. I think they pulled the sights a little closer to the player now. I really enjoy that. And then like there's like a small focus difference between like the front sight and the rear sight, and I like that as well. Just makes it feel more realistic. Like the game feels a lot more polished. Just by looking at these animation updates, it looks a lot more polished. Moving on to a couple, like this is the bipod. Oh my god, I can't wait for bipods. This animation update is going to be huge. Like the vaulting, the bipods alone are complete game changers, I think, in my opinion. Like how the game will feel and how fluid and how polished it will feel. It's going to be huge. They made it so that you don't like shuffle your feet around when you look left or right anymore. You have a certain extent that you can look left and right before your body actually moves entirely. I think that's going to also help the realism aspect, because like the way a lot of first-person shooters do it now, it's like you just shuffle around as you look left or right. But this looks very professional and very clean. And then the final thing that we're talking about is the prone slope adjustment. So this is really annoying, like how it is in game right now. Like you would just be flat and you'd be prone, so it kind of look weird because you're like, it's like you're prone on flat ground, but you're on a slope, whereas here your body kind of hugs the ground, and so you have that angle in your prone now. So I can't wait for that. That's going to be also pretty cool. They're working on a new inventory system, and I'm really interested to see what that actually means. Whether that means, you know, more customization, so like they're adding groundwork for customization, or you know how crazy that's gonna get, because right now it's a lot, you know, how you pick a kit in Squad, it's pretty static and stuff. So seeing how their new inventory system will work and how you can like maybe pick certain different things and customize your own kit, that's gonna add a lot of replayability to the game, I think, just because having more control over what you use is something that a lot of people are waiting for. And then they have the SPG-9 recoilless rifle, which is the RPG-esque kind of weapon, anti-tank weapon, that will fire faster and further than a standard RPG. So this is going to be great for irregular forces fighting against the conventional forces, whether that be, you know, militia fighting US or the insurgents fighting Russia. You're going to have some tool to handle those heavier assets that both those teams have, you know, whether it be the Humvees or the Strikers. You actually have like a faster, more effective weapon against those targets. The only thing is that you're completely exposed when you use them. These are freaking amazing. The anti-tank mines are freaking cool. Just look at this. Look how big this explosion is. I can't wait to see these. These are going to be absolutely crazy. You know I love things that go boom. So you can bet that I'm going to be playing around with these when these come out. I'm not sure when they'll be coming out, but I mean, it looks like they're almost done. It looks like they got the effect. I imagine you just place it down like a, I don't know, like a buildable thing, but except you aren't restricted by buildables. And then you just put them in the middle of a road and things go boom. And I can't wait to put these down. These look awesome. British faction update. So it looks like the British soldiers are getting their small update. They look a little similar to the US Army models, but that's fine. There's some slight variations, but there's a lot of detail. Like, look at all these creases. Look at all this detail that's going in. So they look really clean and professional. I can't wait to see these in game. And definitely with another faction, you have more weapons. So that's what they're talking about here. They're bringing in the L110A2 LMG. It looks like the SAW, but it's not the SAW. So that'll be cool. And then a different frag grenade for the British. And then the L85s. These are I love bullpups. These are awesome. Yeah, I love how these look. So I can't wait to play with these in game for sure. The striker models are in. They are a little underwhelming in my opinion. I thought the strikers would have looked a little more fierce or intimidating or something like that. But definitely can't wait to see these in game. These are going to be like armored APCs, so they'll be able to take 50 cal, rated for like 50 cal and some explosives. So I can't wait to see these because it's going to kind of alter the game where you have something that you can't really deal with just infantry. You know, you have to use another asset to kind of handle these, or you know, hat or something like that, because this is just going to be, they're just going to roll through and get the troops where they need to be. And it's going to be insane being inside those things, like, and getting shot at. Because even being inside a Humvee right now, and if you're moving from point A to point B and you're taking small arms fire, just hearing those pings go off the windshields and stuff like that, it's just an amazing feeling. And it's got the crows on it too. And eventually they plan on adding the functional smoke launchers, which is going to be really fun. Really, really fun. They are working on a new Eastern European map. So I like these kinds of maps, definitely more than sand maps. Sand maps are so boring because it's just sand and rocks and some trees and stuff. But I like buildings. Maybe not like a condensed city, though a condensed city would be cool to play with. I like the variation. I like variation a lot. So like you have buildings, but then you have rolling plains and so on and so forth. Gorodok expansion. Now I know Oxy works on Gorodok, and Gorodok is amazing for squad ops and for squad in general. Like we love Gorodok. It's got that variation. You know, you got these open plains, you've got dense forests, you've got urban environments to play in, and it's just like a great variation of terrain. And then finally, they released, or they're preparing to release Volume 2 of the Squad soundtrack, which is absolutely amazing. So if you like the soundtrack, go ahead and check that out. But anyways, that looks like the November monthly recap. A lot of fun and exciting stuff. Hopefully, we see some of this stuff in Alpha 9, which should be coming out right around the corner, I think. Maybe? I don't know. I'm going to guess. Maybe it's soon. We haven't heard much. And a lot of this stuff looks almost good to go. So either A9 or the next patch, we're going to see a lot of these things implemented. That's my guess, at least. I could be completely wrong, but I'm usually somewhat right. So yeah, we'll see when they come out. But yeah, awesome recap, a lot of cool things to look forward to. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.